Hey guys, it's Aiden. Today we are going to be talking about THQ. And no, not this THQ.
THQ.
But rather THQ Nordic, which is partly the same company and partly not. It's very odd. If you don't know, THQ in 2014 went bankrupt. It sold all of its IP, so you saw things like South Park: The Stick of Truth going to Ubisoft, the WWE license going to 2K, and quite a bit of THQ franchises, plus the THQ trademark, went to Nordic Games. And then in 2016, Nordic Games announced they're going to be renaming themselves as THQ Nordic. Recently, THQ Nordic has had an interesting business strategy. They've been going around and scooping up dormant IP, just franchises that have not seen games in however many years, and it's just struck me as very odd. They got the Timesplitters franchise, and their most recent acquisition was Kingdoms of Amalur. THQ Nordic bought Koch Media, who owns Deep Silver, which publishes Dead Island, another dormant franchise, and also bought Saints Row from THQ during their bankruptcy sale. These are some fairly significantly high-profile games, but they're also franchises that have not seen new entries in quite some time. Timesplitters hasn't seen a new game since 2005. A series that's coming back very soon. Darksiders 3 is releasing this November after not seeing a new game since 2012. And for context, Nordic Games has done this before, actually. Before it became THQ Nordic, it scooped up the Jagged Alliance and Desperados franchises. And recently they announced that both franchises are getting new entries. I just can't help but wonder, is this a viable strategy for them? Nostalgia sells. Brand recognition in the media is very much an important factor. You see it in film and TV all the time. One of the most important things is brand recognition. It's why you see so many reboots and remakes in all forms of media. As we've seen in the film and TV industry, just because something has brand recognition doesn't guarantee it's going to be a success. Blade Runner 2049, a critically acclaimed sequel to a critically acclaimed film, did not set the box office on fire. You see a number of adaptations and remakes just fizzle out. Is Timesplitters, for example, a franchise that is going to sell in the year 2020? While it does have a fan base and it still remains popular, I just don't know if it's going to be enough to sell people on a brand new Timesplitters game. Even something like Darksiders 3, I don't see a lot of buzz around that game. Probably part of it is due to its release date. It's releasing in the middle of a very, very crowded fall season. I just can't help but wonder, is this strategy in the long run just scooping up any dormant IP they can and doing who knows with it? Is that gonna work? Now, THQ Nordic probably got these franchises for relatively cheap. And by cheap, I still mean more expensive than any of us will be able to afford. Maybe it's not as much of an investment as I'm making out to be. Because again, these are series that have not seen new installments in who knows how long. THQ isn't going to go and buy all these IP just for remasters. While we have seen Darksiders and Red Faction remastered, obviously they're gonna have bigger plans for the games. They want to create new franchises. They want these to be money makers for them, because at the end of the day, they're a business and all they want to do is make money. Just look at the Kingdoms of Amalur situation. A few days after the announcement of the acquisition, it was revealed that EA still owns the publishing rights to Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, the first and only game in the series. While that doesn't make a remaster impossible, it makes it more complicated. Is THQ willing to split the profit whatever way with EA? They buy these games because they want to create a stable of IP and franchises that they can make games for who knows how long. In the entertainment industry, franchises are king. I do think the strategy with THQ is we're going to put out remasters of this game, see how they sell, gauge interest, and then based off that decide to make a new game. Darksiders 3 was announced a year after the Darksiders War Mastered and Darksiders 2 Definitive, those are really bad names, were released. Now, I'm sure because of the nature of game development, Darksiders 3 was in development before those games were released, but I'm sure it was a good indicator of how popular these games are and how much awareness people have of these brands. The whole THQ Nordic brand is built on nostalgia. It's why they added THQ to their name. They even scooped up the Nickelodeon license and are planning to revive some of their old games back when they had the partnership back in the 2000s. Side note, I can make a whole other video of games I need to see remastered from this THQ Nordic partnership. The thing is, THQ Nordic isn't only publishing revived franchises. They have Biomutant coming out next year, which is a completely new IP. So they're still in the business of creating new brands, but it seems right now their focus is on finding brands that are beloved and maybe well respected, yet aren't really active in the gaming industry right now. And maybe this is a success for them. Maybe they can make franchises like Timesplitters and Kingdoms of Amalur, maybe top tier franchises. I just find it curious that they are putting so much weight behind the strategy of what is essentially nostalgia. Nostalgia can only take you so far. So that's it for today. Follow me on Twitter at Aiden Simons. Like me on Facebook at Aiden Simons. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/vsquids. And I will see you next time. Bye.